Hello everyone, thank you for joining me once again. My name is Nick and we're on the Commodore Amiga looking at a game called Metal Combat. No, not Mortal Kombat, this is Metal Combat involving robots, published by Marksoft in 1995. Now, I'm up against it a bit on this review because this whole game is in Polish and I don't know what any of this means. But essentially this game is a 2D scroller for 1 to 2 players. You have a choice of any of these robots here which have different moves apparently, and you must well, smash everything up over 14 levels. So yes, we'll see how we get on, but I don't know what the hell's going on, but it's all about seeing what the gameplay is like. So if you are from Poland or can speak Polish, this probably means a lot more sense to you. So I don't know what mode we've selected, but hopefully it's fight mode. 1995. What's this screen about? I do not know. Did you have this one back in the day? Let me know. Did you complete it? But we're going to see what it plays like compared to other games back in the day. So 2D horizontal scrollers. You're looking at, I don't know, Shadow Dancer, Shadow Warriors, Double Dragon, those sort of things. There we are. I'm the robot at the back there. I think I've put this on 2 players somehow. I think. So player 2 is on the mouse but won't be controlled, so he might work as a bit of a decoy. We're in some sort of apocalyptic world, I think, and we must put rights as some sort of barbecue machine comes towards me, but I've smashed it up. Is there a way of jumping on this? I'm not sure. Now, it does seem automatically it scrolls your character back every now and again, which is happening to player 2. A camping stove has come after us on wheels. This is what fighting like in the future, so forget your Terminator 2 and all that sort of stuff. This is where it is. Does it control very well? Well, not really. What did he say? Yeah, I don't know what they're meaning. Music at the start was brilliant. Gameplay is a little bit slow. There must be a way of getting this robot to jump. So hopefully I can get off stage 1. As I say, you have a choice of 6 robots to control. Each have different weapons and powers and fight moves. Mine seems to have this lunging chest thing, which is the best thing, I think. And you can do down with the joystick and do that thing. These robots aren't that advanced. They're like bomb disposal things. I think there are other robots in here which will shoot at us. It'd be interesting to see if there's any end-level bosses. Get a certain amount of lives. This review is going to be a bit easier once player 2 has died completely and not in the way of the scrolling. With the mouse, you can just go anywhere. Right, so I'm that thing with the antennaes going backward and forward like an untuned television set from the olden days. What I do like about this game, though, when you destroy the robots, there is wreckage littered around the place, and that doesn't fade and disappear. It does stay there, so that's quite good. Game feels a little bit, I don't know if it's the case, feels like it's written in Amos or something. Got that sort of feel to it. Metal Combat. I'm sure the makers, Marksoft, were playing on the words of Mortal Kombat, because when I googled this to get some information about the game, it kept saying, do you mean Mortal Kombat, and wouldn't give me many matches. It is a commercial release, apparently, but I don't know how much it costs. I don't think I would have liked to have bought it. It feels like a public domain game. If I got it for £1 or free on a magazine, I would have thought it was okay. What's that? But I wouldn't like to have played full price. There's a missile coming down. Now, what does that do? It didn't blow up. As two blancmange umbrella things come at us with tank tracks, caterpillar tracks. Can I get off layer 1? Player 1? Right, let's get round the back here. Do that. Chest bump. Chest bump. Oh, that's not working. We need a different strategy. There we go. So it's the bottom lunge. Good phrase, Nicky. It's the lower lunge, should we say to get that. Right, player 2 is working as a decoy, although they're not here. Serves them right. Hopefully stage 1 doesn't go on too long, like a million years. And I think those 2 might have got stuck next to each other near the corner of the screen. Oh, that's how you do a jump. Right, fire button, then up. What is he saying? No name. Yeah, okay. There's no English version of this that I know of, but it's good to look at games everywhere. It's only a matter of time before we come up to this one. I'm struggling to take this seriously as a commercial release. If I'm rating it as a commercial release, music's good. Terrible game, but as a public domain budget release, if it was, okay. A bit of fun. But you're not going to sit there, or you wouldn't have sat here a long time with a friend after school or whatever, playing it for hours and hours and hours. You would have soon got bored of this one. There's lots of better ones available. Now, I always say with the beat-em-up games on the Commodore Amiga, they're always a little bit tricky because you've only got one fire button to work with, whereas other systems like the Mega Drive had a number of buttons on the controller, and so did the Nintendo as well. So it's always up against it, so that's to be a little bit inventive. Street Fighter 2 suffers quite a bit from this, but just keep it simple. And they have kept it a little bit simple here. Now, player 2's not going anywhere, which is struggling. I'm going to have to... Oh, man, what's happened here? I'm going to have to move the mouse a bit and hopefully get him to move. Or maybe I can beat up player 2. Is that allowed? Right, don't do this if you're playing two-player yourself with someone, but I'm going to have to kill player 2 because he's stopping me from going up the screen. There's probably an option at the start to do one player, but it was all in Polish and I got mixed up. Right, die, you other robot. Is it going to let me kill him? It might be letting me kill him. I don't know where the energy bars are. Are there any... Right, it says the end. Are they dead? Okay. Right. Okay, here we go. Just jump forward. Kaboom! Another aircraft flies overhead on an attack run in this apocalyptic world. Now, you must be able to do something with those missiles or something. You must be able to pick those up. Or maybe you don't. Maybe it's just a big decoy. This robot looks very basic. They look like robots that people thought about in the 1950s, didn't they? I don't know if these robots are active in Poland. If you're watching this from Poland, let me know. But this is an apocalyptic nightmare. So another camping stove gets reduced to pieces. Great, no in-game music, but just menu music. I do like the sounds of this thing. It does seem a little bit like it's done with a construction kit or something. But, you know, again, there's wreckage everywhere, and that's what I like. What is he saying there? If you know the English translation of what he's saying, put that in the comment section below. It might be that it doesn't mean anything. Like, it might mean like cowbunga or something. These cursed robots. Now, I'm starting to get a bit bored now. Stage 1, please end soon. Metal Combat. Yeah, I mean, if the Terminator turned up, he'd actually kill all these people really, really quickly. It's like reject robots from Futurama. Right, is that it now? Sorry about all the mess. I'm sure someone will clean it up a bit later on. Hopefully not me. Right, disc icon's coming on, so it's loading something. That's it. And that's my stats. My robot's called the Toaster, I think. I don't know any of the other stuff means. Are we going to load level 2? It will give you a password each time, I think, so you can jump into those stages. So it's probably up there amongst that writing. What's this screen? That might be a code. That might be the code down the bottom there, which I should have written down. Yeah, very similar. Nice background there. Lovely shading. Purpley shading. That's quite hypnotic, actually, that. Bit lava lampish. Come on, Toaster. Do your jumping and running, whatever you do. See, the computer automatically puts you back in the other direction sometimes, but it's got to do a bit of scrolling. Different robot now with a very odd wheel. No real tactics I'm using. It's just fire button and different directions. I'm button mashing as quite often I do. Double dragon conversion on the Commodore Amiga was really, really terrible. And funny enough, this is better than that because I wasn't expecting anything. Better than that, but still not brilliant. As an individual's project, if it's just one or two people, if a friend had done this, I would have thought, well done, this is quite good fun. But on the greater, bigger picture, it's not, strictly speaking, up to too much. I don't think too many people would have had this. Although it was commercially released, I don't know how many shops you would have seen it in. Bit like a limited run, I suppose. Right, this is the first human that's turned up, or is it a humanoid robot? Blue trousers. I always like a game where someone's wearing blue trousers or green trousers. Oh, look at that! He's split into two people there. Right, we'll just keep doing this move like we're like a mad person on the dance floor, and hopefully that'll pay dividends for us. So it has done. Right, loading. Off we go again. Is the I think the background's repeating, isn't it? Yeah, so I did sing its praises, but it is repeating quite a bit. That's been good in the recording studio doing all these sound effects. The best sound effects is when the robot jumps up in the air, I would say. So the enemies on stage 2 are different to the enemies on stage 1, so that's quite promising. Because this game's got 14 levels, so however much it costs, you will be getting quite a lot of stuff for them for whatever you're paying. Well, it's hard to say if I don't know how much. But you wouldn't complete this on your first go, that's what I'm saying. If you're into these games, somehow, you would have got a lot of playability there because it would have taken you a while to complete. Animation isn't too bad for what's there. Let's face it, it's not like the CGI of today, going to win zillions of awards. 1995, maybe a bit late in the day to be taken seriously, but a bit of fun, a bit of nostalgia, so we can only look at it from a retro point of view. But I don't think, I mean, I'm yet to make my decision, but when we do the roundup of the top 6 favourite games, it's unlikely that Metal Kombat is going to get into it. You are made out of metal, it is Kombat. And that's that. Did I just die then while I was jabbering on? I think I just died then while I was jabbering on. He did. Okay, so game over sequence. I've been taken to the rubbish dump, it looks. There I go. Hey, man, that was a bit unnecessary. And I've been flattened to dust. Well, I suppose that serves me right. And it's game over. Well, I hope you liked having a look at that one. That was a bit of a curio from Poland, lad. That was Metal Kombat on the Commodore Amiga, published by Marksoft in 1995. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put your thoughts and comments below. You're always more than welcome. Massive thanks to everyone that's subscribed so far, helping the channel grow. It is really appreciated, and those people also that retweet things on Twitter, that helps too. If you want to help a bit more, there's patreon.com/njenkin. Every bit really does help. Until next time, take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.